I'm Jared Lintner, and today we're out here on a local lake. I got a little tournament coming up this weekend, and you know, I get a lot of questions from my friends as well as everybody asking me why pre-fish or how do you pre-fish. And so today we're just going to kind of go through a little bit of the thought process that goes into it. You know, I've told a lot of buddies and different people over the years now that, you know, you want to establish a pattern and figure out why the fish are there and try to run that the rest of the lake so you don't run out of fish or spots. And another key thing to do is, you know, in practice, it's not important to catch a bunch of fish. I mean, you know, usually I'll check size if I get a couple bites and then leave that spot alone or leave those fish alone because you don't want to burn them for the tournament. I don't know how many times I've heard over the years the guys are saying, man, you know, Wednesday or Thursday or last weekend I could have had like 25 pounds. Well, they sat there and they caught all their fish. So, you know, you kind of want to use your practice days to plan for the tournament and to optimize that day. So, you know, kind of go through the baits. You know, the time of year we're in like a pre-spawn mode now. It's the first part of March. The water temp's at 54.5 degrees and we're here in the morning, so it should get up to like 56, 57. So the fish should be on the bite. I mean, they should be chasing, you know, like a jerk bait or crank bait, maybe a spinner bait. We've had a lot of rain. Of course, today we get a bluebird sky now after 3 days of overcast and clouds and rain. So the fish probably are going to act different, but we'll see what happens and kind of use this day to prepare for 3 days from now I have that tournament. So we'll get out of here and see what we can do. All right, what we did is we came out here to the main lake, and where we took off from is a major creek, and the water was pretty stained in there. I stopped out here on this main body stuff, little secondary points and cuts, and the water's really, really clear. So I just went with the regular shad color jerk bait, and we're just gonna fish along here and see if the fish want to be in this clear water, or if we need to be in that stained water, like in the creeks and stuff where they should be staging up to spawn. So let's fish down through here real quick with the jerk bait, see if we can't get something out of this clear water. Well, we fished down this stretch, had a couple followers, but you know, it might be the wrong color bait I'm throwing. But there's a flat over here with the sun up on it, and this time of year, especially when it gets cold at night, these fish really, really want to get warm. So maybe there's some fish up there on that flat in the sun, and you know, they like to get warm, and they'll be on those long extending flats. So we'll run over there and try that here in a second. All right, well, we fished down about half of this flat and haven't seen any followers, haven't got any bites. You know, like I said earlier, the water's really, really clear out here, so these fish might be more apt to chasing like a reaction bait or a jerk bait, spinner bait, something like that in a little bit more stained water. You know, spots like this though, you have to try them this time of year because you never know. These fish might, you know, tomorrow there might be a big old school of fish that pull up on here to feed and get warm and get ready to spawn. So I'm going to keep on working up here to this point, and then we're going to go fish some main body pockets that are a little bit steeper. They should have some better water clarity, and the fish might be further along than I think right now. So it's very important, you know, I mean, either start in the creeks or start on the main body, but fish everything throughout the day, especially if you haven't been to the lake in a while. Don't get caught up on just fishing one type of water throughout the day. You know, this lake has a lot of different water clarities right now, and you know, if you go back in some of these creeks, it might be 2 or 3 degrees warmer than the main lake, which is really clear and deep. So you know, it's really good just to experiment and keep an open mind when you're practicing. Don't get focused on one thing, or else, you know, you might miss something that eventually will win you the tournament. So we'll keep on fishing and see what happens real quick. All right, well, we came over here. There's a couple of little main body pockets outside of a major spawning area, so we're gonna see if the fish are like staged up in here. Finally got one on a jerk bait.